So the recording has started. So let me just quickly go on gold right here so that we can start. I think I did make some analysis here on gold. Okay, so basically yesterday, I took this trade. I sent out this trade actually, and then gold ended up pushing higher, and then did not necessarily go into the zone that I was watching. Right. So the zone that I was watching here was from the 4-hour time frame, just so you guys can be on the same page with me. So it's this level right here, right? It's this level right here. So I'm going to remove everything. And then highlight these key levels that we are approaching, right? And try to figure out why certain moves happened. So currently, if we look at gold, we can see that we have this 4-hour level that we are approaching. Let me just quickly do this. My apologies for just wanted to have this tab here on the side. Fixing something. Yeah. So with gold, we traded into this area of support, right? And then we created a new area of support. So I'm going to use that in conjunction with the setup that I had, because I had an area that I was observing on the M5. So with gold, since you do know that, we have to first reject from an area of support before we can buy from a new area of support. And we can also see that there's a bit of a trend line here. Not really sure how you guys would trade using it, because I hardly ever use trend lines. Maybe some of you might mark it up like that. I don't know. So my target, once we trade into this area, right, should it align with the area that I marked up, my target, once we trade into this area, it's going to be this one. This is going to be my first target right here. Then going down to the 1 hour, just going to get a quick glance as to what we would expect. So we have this area. I did mark up this area, right, from last week. If I can just quickly check it for you guys. Hopefully it pops it up on this side. I did mark up this area as a potential buy zone. If you guys remember, I marked it up with a color like this. So price ended up trading into this area, right? Then the buy zone was somewhere around here, right? The buy zone was somewhere around there. But I was seeing something slightly different on the M5, because price hasn't yet went into that area. Hasn't yet went into the area that I had marked up. We have this area right here. There's a bit of imbalance above that area. Something like that. So I'm still expecting gold to trade into this zone right here. Because remember, if we zoom in, okay, the zone wasn't tapped. Just give me a few minutes. Just want to recall what the idea that I had looked like. I just want to see which time frame it was on, because I'm still anticipating it to come down to that area. So with gold right now, my anticipation, right? I want to see it trading into that zone. Remember, I think around here, this is the 4-hour level, if I'm not wrong. That's the 4-hour support, right? That's the 4-hour support level right here. 4-hour support. So we could possibly see something like this. Either price would trade below the 4-hour support into this 1-hour support right here and then push higher, because I am seeing a high probability demand around here, but it was used here, right? It was used here. So in this case, we might end up going for the SNR level right here, right? So In another sense, I would have something like this. Remember, I'm still brainstorming right now. I'm trying to figure out what would be the possible idea to happen, right? That's the 4-hour support. Then we refine it to this low. Then this would be liquidity for us for this 1 hour support level, this 30-minute support level right here, because we created a stop hand right here, right? So should this area fail, we do have that initial zone that we had marked up, right? So we would obviously end up looking at that. So I think I might have two biases on gold right now. I might have two biases on gold, something like this. But the idea for targets would be here, right? Targets would be there. So let's see why price ended up trading low. Remember the news somewhere around here. It's Fed interest rate in what time? Around 8 p.m. my time. So there's still a lot of time for us to prepare for the move, right? There's still a lot of time for us to prepare for the move. So the network seems to be a bit slow. So let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see what's going on. Let's just wait and see. Is it loading on your side? I'm not really sure if it's... Yeah, I think it should be fine. So basically, right now, I don't think I'm interested in taking any trades. I don't think I'm interested in taking any trades because of the way the market is right now. It's just creating a bit of consolidation, if you can see, right? It's in a bit of a consolidation right now, so not really ideal for me to look for any trades. But someone might say that, you know, the market created a breakout right here after the small stop hand, and then yeah, maybe it consolidated. Right now maybe we're pushing low. A lot of things can happen, but I'll just look at them on my own and then send you guys the ideas that I have should there be anything that looks promising, right? Because right now I do have more than one area. I do have more than one area. But the risky part about this one, right? The risky part about this one is that this high was broken and then we made this new high. So initially before this high, where was the low? The low, I'm referring to the low between this high and this high. So you can just simply do this, right? So what would this be? This would be referred to as liquidity in my case, right? So with QM patterns, right? We create higher highs and higher lows like that. And then if we create liquidity, what do you expect? Expect the liquidity to be ran out, just like with this one. And then we trade into an area of support. And for me, this was always my initial buy zone from the M5, right? From the M5. I think I still have the chart in the group. So, so it's going to be quite risky for me to buy from here, considering the fact that I do have that clear buy zone on the M5. Clear buy zone on the M5, right? Because there is a high probability demand from the zone, right? A valid high probability demand from the zone. And then we created a breakout right here. So a bit of liquidity buildup from these lows, like using these lows as liquidity buildup. And then you see my anticipation for the trade would then be like this, right? Remember, I'm considering all the possible moves that can happen, right? I'm trying to make it a bit clear so that you guys can see. And then after that, I use 30 pip stop loss, by the way, 30 to 40, maybe roughly 50 if ever. So you see, I would still consider using this same stop. The only thing I can adjust in this case would just be the lot size, right? The only thing I would adjust is the lot size. Then this is that 4 hour level. Remember that 4 hour level that I told you about that we were targeting for our open close, right? That would be our target. So this is basically what I would look for on gold. This is basically what I would wait for, rather, because I do have a high probability demand area, right? I do have a high probability demand. I have news, incoming news, and then I have a possible target, right? Because one thing that I am aware of, let me write this down, center. One thing that I am aware of is that this move can make people think that, the market is at a reversal area, right? And then they'll want to sell because we have the last order block, right? They'll just mark it up like that. Then price would come to this area, then push up to this area and then build up liquidity. And then, and then push higher, sorry. Yeah. Or what we can see right now, remember this area that I was referring to, or what we can see, we could either see maybe price coming back to this area, right? Because there is liquidity right here, coming back to this area, giving us a buy, right, into that area. Remember, I'm giving you guys possible scenarios, right? It could either do this, come into this area and then push high into that OB, and then we might get a possible retracement like that, and then after that, price during the news, it just shoots higher, right? Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand what I mean? Hopefully. Oh, let me see. Let me check those who raised their hands. Faithson, Bull FX. Did you just want me to unmute you, or you wanted to ask a question? But this is basically what I'm seeing here. So possible to happen, because sometimes we would just need to build up liquidity so that we can have something to take out, right? So I'll be observing these areas. I'll be observing those areas. So hopefully you guys understand my bias. So once I do send this chart, don't just place your limits without understanding what I was expecting, right? Because I'm still going to post this video on YouTube. So once I do post it, that's when you'll be able to refer back to it if ever maybe you didn't understand something. So yeah, let's see, how many minutes is it? Roughly 14 minutes. So I think I should stop the recording and then end the stream and then post it on YouTube so that you guys can be able to refer back to it if ever you do have anything that you missed. So I think this is going to be the end of the stream. As you can see, gold is almost approaching that area. So I'm not really sure whether it's going to play out like that. Yeah, let me mute. Yeah. Yeah, let's wait for it to trade back. I'll just set the limits, man. I'll just set the limit for this one level, because I am anticipating it to to move that way. But I'm not saying that's what's going to happen because, you know, we have to always account for risk. 60 points. Okay. So yeah, let me end the stream here then. Should I stop the recording or mute? I'm not really sure. So I want to do other things. Is it set? Trade orders, yeah. What the hell? Okay, I still have the buy limit from here. I still have the buy limit from this area. I think I set it, it was that other one, 75 and 25, 0.25 and 0.75. So it's just one lot. I still have it. So just all good. So we'll see how this one plays out. So I'm going to set the take profit for it to be at the high that I marked up here. 2.8. Yeah, roughly around there. So would be a healthy TP. So anyway, let me end the stream here, guys. We'll talk very soon. If ever you do have any questions, feel free to message me. And since all this video is going on YouTube, make sure that you do like and leave a comment. Make sure that you do subscribe. Let's get to 100K. Anyway, peace, guys. Love you, boys.